Promises were broken. The relationship is over. It's simple. Promises were broken. The relationship
Oh
is
my
over.
God.
Finally, Isak came out and made a statement because it feels like everybody is saying their own thing. This outlet is saying, yes, there was nothing like that. This outlet is saying, yes, there was something like that. We've been hearing people just throw around different things, but finally, we heard it from the horse's mouth. Promises were made, the relationship is done because the trust was broken or the trust is over. However, he puts it. In fact, let me look for the post and I'll say it again the way he puts it because it feels like I'm
I think you should
paraphrasing
read
this a
the
lot.
statement. Yeah, read the
We should
statement.
read the exact statement so it's clear.
Yeah,
It's clear to everybody
clear
what Isak came
night
out
and day.
and said. It's simple. Isak came out and said, when promises are broken and the trust is lost, the relationship can't continue. That's exactly how he
So
worded it.
read the full statement
The full
is
statement, the full
I'm
statement goes,
I'm proud.
I'm proud to be recognized by my fellow professionals with a place in the PFA Premier League team of the season for 2024-2025. First and foremost, I want to thank my teammates and everyone at Newcastle United who has supported me along the way. I'm not at the
Yeah.
ceremony tonight. With everything going on, it didn't feel right to be there. I've kept quiet for a long time while others have spoken. That silence has allowed people to
Yeah.
push their own version of events, even though they know
Narrative.
it doesn't
Yeah.
reflect what was really said and agreed behind closed doors. The reality is that
Yeah.
promises were made, and the club has known my position for a long time. To act as if these issues are only emerging is misleading. When promises are broken and the trust is lost, then the relationship can't continue. That is where things
Yeah.
are for me right now, and why change is in the best interest for everyone, not just myself. That
Yeah.
is it.
So no. So
That
the
is it.
thing is to put it in context. I think from the start, Amanda Stedley was the one in charge of Newcastle,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And last year, the start of last season, Amanda Stedley had a meeting with Isak, the agents, and they all agreed that okay, the main issue is salaries, loyalty bonus, whatever. He needed a bumper salary,
100%.
right? He needs a bumper salary. And
Yeah.
she said, yes, fine, you get a bumper salary for what you're doing. We appreciate everything you are doing for the club. You
Mm-hmm.
deserve it. Now, unfortunately, Amanda Stedley has left.
Yes.
Now, Paul Mitchell comes on,
Mm-hmm.
right? Paul Mitchell assumes the role of maybe sporting director, and Paul
Mm-hmm.
Mitchell looks at the situation and like, oh, you need to give Isak a new contract,
Yes.
right? And you can't really blame Mitchell in the sense that he's new. Like looking at it from a business perspective, Isak still has a contract in 2028. Now,
Yes.
the only issue is that Mitchell Mitchell was not there. Paul Mitchell was not there to appreciate what Isak had done. I don't know if he's been watching Isak or
Everybody
watching the
has been
Premier
watching
League.
Isak, bro. Everybody has
Okay,
been watching
good.
Isak.
But
I don't think people don't know
apparently,
what Isak has done. Yeah.
apparently, from a business perspective, he sees
Mm-hmm.
no reason to give Isak a bumper contract. Now,
Yeah.
to me, that does not make sense,
That's not
right?
cool.
An example, I yes, that to me is just being too shrewd. You can do that.
Shady. Yeah.
He has a right to do that in terms of business, being shrewd. But look at there's an example. Chelsea gives players till 30, 31, 30, 32.
Yeah.
The key thing is that when you do well, Kopama, Kopama's salary was raised from about maybe 90, below 100, to
Mm-hmm.
about maybe 150 or 140
Yeah.
because he's done well. The whole world saw he did well. It's not fair for him to still earn the same amount just because he has a contract. It makes no sense,
It makes no
right?
sense.
So now this guy says, no, we're not giving him a new contract. He should go and play football. And Isak is like, this is not nice. Why would you his agent like this is not nice. This is what you guys have promised us, XYZ. And he's like, oh, this is not going well. In fact, I'm tired. I want to leave the club. Now, unfortunately, Paul Mitchell leaves the club. He's left Newcastle. Now, there's no sporting director. Everybody, we don't even know who is in charge. Apparently, what's his name? The coach, Eddie Howe, is assuming the role of sporting director. All the players he has signed, he had a hand in signing them, did the negotiation and whatever. We're not in the back scene, so we can't know. But he's the one that has been acting as sporting director. Now he's now realized everything that's been happening. Like, okay, just give him a new contract. He deserves it. We don't know what the amount is or was Isak was asking for. But there were
We kind of have
rumors.
an idea what the
The house
amount
brother,
is.
okay.
We kind of have an idea.
Say
We kind of have an idea around
SSB,
what he wanted.
SSB is saying Eddie House brother is handling transfers. Obviously, if his brother is handling transfers, he
Coded
has
Gems,
a
Isak
say
has
in
been at the club for
transfers.
2 years.
Yeah, yeah. He has a say in the transfers,
Yeah.
right? And to some of this long story that I've been saying, there's no one in charge currently. Now, those in charge are now rallying around and said, okay, take the new contract that you want. But he's like, no, I'm not taking the new contract, right?
Because he doesn't trust him.
Yes, he already sees it as broken trust and whatever. So I don't know.
I
So
think
and
this situation is a bit
Newcastle are not going to get 150 million, to be honest.
I think this situation, I just going to put it out there and say this. This situation between Isak and Newcastle is a lose-lose situation. If you think about it really. Number
You
one,
play
you
you play
don't
for
you
under
don't have the
21s.
you don't have the guy that is going to give you those goals. Finding
Yeah,
a striker in this market is actually very difficult. If you look at the
yeah,
amount of L's that Newcastle have had in the transfer window, you can understand why they feel salty in this situation and want a higher payout for Isak. They want close
yeah.
to that 150 million pounds before they feel comfortable letting Isak go. You
Bagman,
look at
welcome. Yeah,
you look at Isak's situation, right? I
yeah,
wanted a contract. We had this conversation behind closed
yeah,
doors. And then it's almost
yeah.
like with the reports that the club is releasing, denying this whole conversation that we had, with the whole trust being broken, even the player himself would not want to play for the badge anymore because
Hey, there's a statement from the club. Is there a statement from the club?
there's been talks from the media that the club has been denying statements about what promises they had made behind closed doors. There were some statements released by the media that the club did not know about this whole Isak situation, that he wanted to leave. The narrative that was being pushed before Isak actually released this
Originally,
statement
he didn't want to
was
leave.
the
That's not the yeah,
narrative
yeah,
that was being pushed before they released the
yeah,
statement was that Isak surprised them with this move.
yeah,
I feel like Isak didn't surprise them with this move. This move was known. They knew for a while that Isak possibly would leave without that new contract being honored. Because remember, I said this on stream a while back, the rumors that Isak wanted a bigger. We broke this. You forget we broke this down on stream.
yeah, yeah,
Isak
yeah,
wanted a
yeah,
bigger
yeah.
contract. We said it on stream. Everybody that joined stream that they knew that when I said this,
Mm,
Isak wanted a bigger contract. It
yeah,
almost felt like, yes, now they saw that he was going to leave. They tried their hands in the market. They could not sign Sesko. They could not get
yeah,
Ekitike. Also, now you want to give me a new contract. Now you want to keep me because rivals have
yeah.
reinforced.
I think that was the only mistake Newcastle made.
Now
Is when
you're willing
they
to give me the
went out.
contract.
Yeah, yeah, I think so.
It makes no sense. It makes no sense at
Yeah,
all. But let's read some of the comments. Um, Starting here, let's be real. Newcastle won 150 million. Ekitike is licking his lips. Here for the drama, boys. Bagman, what's up? Newcastle don't even need the money. Can we both? Uh, can we both? Wait, can we
and
read
we
both statements?
read both statements. Yeah,
Yeah, there's a statement released by the club, right? I think there's a statement released by the club. Let me find it. Let me
yeah.
find it. You
So
read some of the
SSB
comments.
saying
I'm coming.
he said Alan Doyle, the Newcastle reporter, said Newcastle will sell once they get a bid of certain amount, right? Bagman is saying Alex remains Isak
All
remains
right.
under
This
contract
is Newcastle.
and
This Newcastle
that's no
statement.
commitment as if, okay, read the statement. Read the statement. Let's see.
Newcastle statement. We are disappointed to have been alerted to a social media post released by Alexander Isak this evening. We are clear
Hmm.
that Isak remains under contract, so that we are clear that Alex remains under contract, so that no commitment has ever been made by a club official that Alex can leave Newcastle this summer. We have we want to keep our best players, as also understand players have their own wishes. We listen to their views. As explained to Isak and his camp, we must always take into consideration best interests of the club, the team, and our supporters in all decisions that and we have been clear that the conditions for a sale this summer have not transpired. We do not foresee those conditions being met. So, what are the conditions of the sale that they want? If you think about it, I'm telling you this, and I'll tell you
They
this
need to
clearly.
replace. They need to replace Isak.
I'll tell you this clearly. It's not just see.
Yeah.
I also after this whole statement was released, I went to do my own research because I don't want
Yeah.
people to be throwing things. Let me not tell you guys stuff I found out. There was a rumor going around that Newcastle said until we replace our that striker position, we are not selling Isak. There was another
Yes.
rumor that came out that said
Yeah.
Isak is not for sale. There was another
Yeah.
rumor that came out and said we will only sell until we get 150 million pounds from
Yeah.
Liverpool or whoever wants to sign Isak.
Whoever wants to buy him. Yeah.
Now, some of those the first two statements I put out there, there are claims that that's a rumor. It's not true. The club are open to sell Isak. They just want the 150 million. That's the condition that they want met. So these conditions being met, I think they want more money from this situation for
But
them
the
to really
issue,
sell.
no, but the issue is Liverpool has said
Mhm.
Newcastle are not even opening the door for even a negotiation. If you want to sell a player, would you not sit down and discuss? You want to buy a house. There's an opportunity for, like, how would I say it? You want to buy a house. The house is on sale. They put for sale. It's easier to buy that house when you see for sale sign. If there's no
And,
for sale sign, how do you know the house is not for sale or for sale?
and of course,
You get what
you
I'm
can't say
saying?
150 million. We can't come into the market
Yeah,
saying 150 million. We obviously will lowball 150 million to open the room for
obviously.
negotiation.
Negotiation.
But I don't really think
That's it.
Newcastle are open for that. Are open for negotiation. I don't think so.
I
I
don't
really
think
don't think
Liverpool
so.
can even afford the 150. That's the main
I don't
point.
even think. I don't think we should be
You
bringing to
guys can,
150 because
you
that's
guys cannot
outrageous.
afford. Yes, but he's Newcastle's player. He's Newcastle's player. They can call.
I
See, this current market is volatile and wicked. You talk about Jackson. Chelsea stamping 80 million. So Villa are negotiating with Chelsea now, and it's more like, oh, we can't afford this. Please, we can't afford this.
It's
But at the
insane.
same time, the selling club has the right to stamp any amount they like.
The
If you
only
want to buy, you buy.
we all know that the
Yeah.
only reason why Newcastle are moving like this is because of the
Yeah.
amount of L's they've taken this window. If they
Oh,
had signed Sesko, they would have been willing to take 110, 120 if they had signed Sesko.
okay.
Nobody, no top striker chose Newcastle.
Mhm.
Sesko chose United. I don't think Gyökeres was on their list, but Gyökeres went to Arsenal. When you
Mhm.
look at Ekitike said no to them. Ekitike went to Liverpool. They've taken L's and L's and L's, and that is why they
Which
feel
is
salty in this situation. Legally, legally, the law is on their side. Isak is under contract.
yes,
He needs to go
yes,
to training. But at the
yes.
end of the day, it's a tricky situation because Newcastle have all the power, like what CFC Gamer is saying. Newcastle have all the power. They deserve to get the right money based on their evaluation of their assets, which is 150 million pounds. I think
Yeah,
the
but
next thing for
Bagman is saying, bro, you cannot buy a house if you are under 40 million below. No, that's what I'm saying. We're saying the same thing. But I'm thinking from Liverpool's point of view,
Mhm.
Liverpool is claiming that Newcastle is not opening the how do I say it now? They've not
Liverpool
put a
is
for
saying
sale sign.
Liverpool
They've not put a for
Liverpool
sale
is
sign.
saying that they are saying this. The statement that came out was, "We will send another bid if they are open
Okay,
to a
to
bid.
sell.
If they are open to a bid,
Okay. So it's a case of now the only thing they've heard from Newcastle is Isak is not for sale. But Isak is not for sale till they find a replacement, which is fair.
but for them, they are still willing to sell for 150. That's what Bagman is saying. Those things are rumors. Those are
Okay, okay, okay,
rumors.
okay, okay,
They are
okay, okay,
willing to
okay, okay.
sell, but
Okay,
bring the
okay, okay, okay.
150 million
50
pounds.
million. Oh, now I'm getting it. Oh, makes
Yes.
more sense
So
now.
that's why I said
Makes more
that's why I
so
told you all the rumors, and I said the first two are rumors. The one
okay.
of we will not sell until we replace. The one of Newcastle are not open to sell Isak. Those are rumors. If you bring the 150 million, they would sell.
Mm.
But would Liverpool bring 150 million for Isak after how much you spent
Okay.
on Viet, after how much you spent on Ekitike, after how much we might possibly spend on Gehi because we need to get Gehi as well, right? And we've
Mm.
also released a statement saying Gehi is no longer like if we can't get Gehi, we're not signing any other defender. We'll just go with what we have. So it's a tricky
I
situation
think
they
I,
put us
I, I
in.
think I think if you ask me, I think before yes, yeah, I follow Craig Hope. Bagman, I follow Craig Hope.
Yeah, just bid it.
For
Yeah.
us for us to how do I say it now? In terms of all this saga and all these things that is happening, left, right, and center. How do I put it? To be honest with you, I think the person that messed everything up was the former sporting director. If the rumors from, like, I followed a guy from Talksport said he had insider information saying the main thing Isak wanted from the start was the salary, was the
Yeah.
money, right? So I think, which is fair. A new sporting director comes in, you can't start you can't start bringing up discussions with what who you had with the previous person to be not legally binding, as how do I say it now, to be something that would hold. An example is, just using as an example, you let's say you started a new job, just saying, you started a new job as operations manager. Let's say you're operations manager. Now an employee comes and say, oh, the discussion I had with the last operations manager, or let's say HR, you are HR, or was salary increase after X, and he's like, bro, where is that coming from? I just started this job. You're not getting any salary. What is the criteria for this salary increase? He has the right to say Isak has a contract and he should go and play. There's no need. But
Maggie,
at the same time,
mhm.
I think Newcastle and Liverpool, both of you are playing games. Yes.
Honestly,
Why I will say that, I will say this, then you continue. Why I will say that, okay, say Stevely told him he will get a new contract, then she left. Yes, Mitchell came in and told him we're in a bad PSR situation. We can, exactly. So that's what the new sporting director told him. And it's the reality of things. The agreement you had with the former person, Amanda said, might not hold because situations have changed. But at the same time, I feel Newcastle and Liverpool, two of you are just playing games. And unfortunately, Isak is eliminated. I will explain why. Listen, I'll explain why. Now, rightfully so, this player belongs to Newcastle. They can sell or they cannot sell. And if they feel like he's going to play in under 21s, he will play there. And they will still pay him the salary. They don't care. Yes, is their right, is their, how do I
no,
say it now? Is their player.
Nobody is disagreeing with
Yes,
that.
okay, so that's
He's
point
under.
one. Now,
Mhm.
point one. So the issue is now Newcastle have realized that there's no way back. They've tried. They've tried to, like, oh, take this new contract. Oh, there's the door. How do I say it? The door back to the first team squad is still open. We want you back. Probably they've had those discussions with him, and it's like, no, 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 no.
Yeah.
Right. So now there's a fee stamped on him.
You're, you're
150.
you're not you're looking at this in a very different lens from how I'm looking at
No,
it.
no, 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 no.
Look
Yeah,
at
I'm
look
going
at it
to land.
look at it this way.
Let me
Okay,
land
land
my
that's so I
let
can say
me
what
let
I'm
I
saying
will
before I
land my
forget. Yeah.
so that 150 is stamped on him because at the end of the day, he's their player, right? They know, okay, he wants to go to a particular club. Okay, they want to keep him. They know he wants to go. So for them not to lose on both sides, they collect as much money. If Liverpool comes and bring the 150 million, Castle will sell. Even if they've not replaced the striker, they will still sell, right? An example is when Chelsea wanted to buy Enzo Fernandez from Benfica. Was it Benfica?
Mhm.
What was the stance of Benfica? The same thing. We would not sell Enzo Fernandez for less than 120 million. They were not, they were, it's the same thing. We're not selling him, and we kept on bidding. And this Enzo Fernandez wanted, but it was not as bad as this. Enzo wanted to leave, but he didn't make a force. And at the end of the day, the owners of Chelsea had to fly down there, Baghdad or whatever his name is. He flew down there, negotiated, and he understood why.
So
Right at the end of the day,
I'm trying waiting for
it
you to
was
get to your point because I want to
at
say
the
stuff
e-
before I forget it.
at the end of the day, it was
Yeah.
5 million short. And initially, they started with Enzo Fernandez is not for sale. So I think,
Mhm. What
he
you
said, "Do
think
you
what?
guys know Yes, yes, we know Gab McCarthy, ESPN. Yeah, he wrote a crazy article on what Isak and his
So
agent could do
okay,
if
let
Newcastle
me
was."
say what I wanted to say because I'm still we waiting to hear where you were going, and I feel like it went
Okay, so
somewhere
so
you
my
did not
so
land.
my
Where were
point
you going
so
to? Mhm.
my point is obviously
Mhm.
Liverpool knows the stance of Newcastle.
Yeah.
They know how much they want. Liverpool does not want to pay that amount because they know the player himself has started to make up a fuss
But this is
that he
business.
wants to go,
This
and
is
that
business.
originally should bring down the price.
Exactly. This is business. This is
Yes.
why this
Yeah.
is why I started this stream telling you guys this situation is a lose-lose situation. It's a lose-lose on
Yeah.
Isak's side. It's a lose-lose on Newcastle side. In a sense, if nothing is resolved, it could be a situation where everybody benefits out of the situation if everyone can throw away all the rumors and deal with the facts on the table. Fact number one:
Yeah.
Isak's
Yeah.
approach the previous owners. He wanted a better contract. He deserved a better contract. He performed extremely well and has performed extremely well for Newcastle over the last 2 seasons or 2 years he's been with them. That is a fact. He wanted that. That conversation did happen. Rumors made it seem like that conversation did not happen, but that conversation did happen. Now, ownership change, that has nothing to do with the player if ownership changes. It has nothing to do with him. If ownership
Yeah.
changes and the new ownership says they're not giving you the contract, he has the right to feel like the trust was broken and you cannot keep up to the promise that you made initially. Some things are not based in legality, they are based in
True.
semantics. And this is one
True.
situation that is not based in the law is not on Isak's side. This legally,
Yeah.
Isak has no ground to stand on. But the
Yeah.
semantics behind it, a player, think of Cole Palmer. A
Mm.
player like Cole Palmer, Chelsea promised him something, some ownership changes, and then they
Mm.
throw that away, given the performance
Yeah.
that Cole Palmer has put for you guys. Think of it that way.
Yeah.
Semantically, doesn't make sense. So you think of it as a
Mm.
player that's been performing at the top level in a top league. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He
Yeah.
has clubs
Yeah.
that you think other clubs are not looking at him apart from Liverpool. He's a top striker.
Other clubs are
Because
looking.
eventually,
Other clubs are
eventually
looking.
he would leave. Sure, let's put
Yeah.
that to one side.
Mm.
The rumor came out that he wanted a bigger contract.
Mm.
Newcastle didn't move like a club that wanted to
Mm.
keep Isak, in my opinion. They moved like a
Mm-hmm.
club that were looking to sign replacements. Let's be honest. I don't know all
True.
the
That's
conversations that
true.
happened behind the
That's true.
scenes, but
Because
they
Eddie,
did
it
not
feels like
move
Eddie Howe
with
doesn't want him in the
priority.
team. Yes. Eddie
They
Howe
did not
doesn't
move
want
with,
him in the
to
team.
be honest, to me, they
Yeah.
did not move with priority. Because if they had moved with priority of like, hey, regardless of if we sign Sesko, regardless of if
Mm.
we get Ekitike, Isak is our
Mm.
priority and we want to lock this down as soon as possible. No, at least
Yeah.
on my side, there was no rumor or indication that came out that they were going to do
Mm.
this. You brought out the
Mm.
contract a little too late when the player felt like, I want to leave and I'm ready to leave. People talk about putting transfer requests. You guys need to know a
Mm.
transfer request that he puts forward still needs to be
Mm.
approved by the club. The club still needs to approve his transfer request. Transfer request is
But
just
he's
a
not.
it's
He's
just
not. He's not putting
because
transfer requests.
he will not put transfer request. But even if he puts the transfer request, the club still need to approve that transfer request at the end of the day. But let's put that to
But
the side.
okay.
Let's put that aside. Now,
Yeah.
you guys go into the market and try to sign a striker in a market that is very competitive when it comes to strikers.
Volatile. Yeah.
Everybody is trying to sign a striker. Every top club is trying to sign a striker. You don't get the striker that you want twice. Ekitike, you don't get. Sesko, you don't get. And now you're turning around and saying, okay, you know what? I will sell Isak 150
Yeah.
million pounds. I feel they are doing two things in my mind. Two things. First thing, they're trying to price out Liverpool. So it becomes a situation of like, I told you the price, you just didn't have the money to buy him. That's what it's feeling like
Mm-hmm.
to me in this situation. They're not open to
Yeah.
really negotiating they're making it seem like, hey, we're open to negotiation. The conditions just need to be met. If this condition is met, would you guys really still sell Isak? Would you really still sell Isak?
No,
You have
not
UCL.
really. I don't.
Think of it also, if you think of it from the position of the club, I'm not putting all
Yeah.
blame on Newcastle. I'm thinking of it from the position of the
No.
club of like
Yeah.
them
Yeah.
having
Yeah.
UCL, them being
Yeah.
in a league where the other top clubs around them, at least the top 5 clubs
Yeah.
or top 6 clubs, have reinforced
Yeah.
greatly. Even Tottenham have
Yeah.
reinforced with players. So it's a
Yeah.
market where they need to sign players, they need to hold on to their talents as much as they can. It's a
Mm.
lose-lose situation for everybody. At the end of the day, what Isak is doing together with his agent, them releasing these statements is a way to force Newcastle's hand without really forcing their hand, because they know that Isak himself knows that the only place he would win is in the court of public opinion. He will never win, but in the law, according to the law, he will not win. Newcastle legally have the right to keep Isak.
So big question we need to ask ourselves, and maybe we need to answer this. Can Newcastle hold on to Isak for 3 years when he says he wants to leave?
Legally, they can.
By law,
They can.
by law. Or he
Yes.
buys out his contracts. He can
If,
buy
if,
out his
if he
contracts.
has the money, buy out your contract. If you have the money, buy out your contract. If you
What is
have the
the
money,
worth
buy
of
out your
Isak's
contract.
contract?
It's a lot of money. He
Maybe
has
his
3 years
contract
left.
his contract will be almost,
It's a lot of
let's say
money.
he earns 150. So I would say
150
almost
per week.
40, 50
Almost 7
million.
million. It's almost 7 million a year. That's like
7
times
million a year.
three. That is about
That's
almost 7
600,
million pounds a year. That's like almost like that's times
600,
three.
600, almost 7 times 3. So it's almost 21 million pounds, I'll say.
That's a lot of money. 21 million pounds. Where would he bring 21 million pounds from?
But Kingsley, can he borrow it from a bank using his name, good standing, and say, when I go to Liverpool, we can sort this out? The money must not come from Liverpool. Remember that. The money
It's
must not come
crazy.
from Liverpool.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I feel
Ah,
like two
Saudi.
things.
I
Two
told you.
things.
Remember, I told you this thing before. Remember, I told you. I said
Yeah.
Saudi owner is not about money. It's about pride. It's
I,
about
I,
pride.
I think
Oil
it's not even
money
just
is
about.
there.
It's not just even about pride. It's about
Ah,
also competing. You're forgetting that part. It's about competing.
true, true, true. And probably someone in
The reasons
Saudi.
why they are
So-
pushing for reintegration
yeah,
into the
yeah.
squad is because they know,
They
even if
know he's a
you sell
quality
Isak,
player. You
you're
can't replace
losing.
him.
You're
Yeah,
losing.
yeah, yeah. Um,
Um,
um, Smoke is saying, he said, tell me one player that went against the club and won and waiting. I
these
don't
things
think it's
happen.
hard. It's hard.
This whole situation of forcing a move happens all the time, but with this level of like Isak
Mm.
just completely not playing, I guess when you see how Gyökeres moved this window, you kind of can't blame Isak because Gyökeres almost kind of did the same thing, trying to force a
You
move to
guys did
Arsenal.
the same thing,
He
yeah.
did the
But the
same
thing
thing,
is
right?
that the Sporting, the club he came from, they are not Saudi owners, right?
And they are willing to sell.
He said, nah, bro, if he refuses to pay,
We
okay, they
find
will
him every
fine him
week. Yeah,
every week.
we'll find him because of breach of contract. Right now, I even saw something saying that they
Oh,
internally within Newcastle, they are thinking of disciplinary measures to take with Isak. So it's serious.
God.
It's actually really serious, guys. It's
See,
really, really
and
serious.
the thing now is that can Newcastle terminate his contract and take him to court?
There's a thing where a player can terminate their contract with a thing called just cause, but I don't think it
Yeah.
stands in this scenario. I was looking into it like can
Why?
Isak even terminate his own
Why?
contract? I didn't
Why
read too
doesn't
deep
he
into
stand?
it. I didn't read too deep into it, but based on what I saw, it doesn't fit the scenario that it's in. But right now Newcastle have all the power. They have all the power. Liverpool, if they want Isak, you bring the amount of money they want, 150 million pounds. If you really want him, if
Oh,
you don't want him, is a very tricky situation. Tell me what's wrong with Newcastle. Tell me what's wrong with Newcastle. Just one trophy, UCF football, and just sign Elanga, your Swedish mate, to improve chemistry for. Yeah, yeah. I don't know, man. The difference is Kane being
okay.
better than Isak.
Can
You already find him. Oh, yeah. So
who
it's,
is
it's
Isak's agent?
I don't know
Who
who
is
Isak's
Isaac?
agent is. I
If
don't know this thing, but
let's look at
people
it
are
this
saying
way. If Isaac,
his agent too is not handling it well, right? With the way things are
yes,
going.
if Isaac had a big, remember there was one very big agent that was the agent of Paul Pogba and all these guys that died.
Mhm.
I don't know if you remember his name. If it's a very big agency, these guys they have money. Do you get? So what the
Mm.
agents can do is that tell Newcastle we want to terminate this contract. We want to buy out the contracts. The agent can do that, right?
Mhm.
They terminate the contracts, they pay up, they buy out the contract, then they move on. At the end of the day, if they do that, Newcastle would lose. They can decide to do that, but I don't think Isak's agent is a big agent. If he's a big agent, I think things will be handled properly to not be as messy as this. Do
Because
you get what I'm saying?
is a bit tricky, It's a bit tricky because
Uh,
if you guys think about both sides are kind of right in the way they are feeling. I understand why
yeah,
Newcastle feel the way they feel. We have a contract with
yeah,
you. It's not like
yeah,
we will not want to sell. We want to
yeah,
sell, but still be in a good position as well as a club because we're trying to
yeah,
fit the best interest of the club. We've tried internally to have dialogue with you to try to convince you to maybe change your mind and stay, even if you can stay
yeah,
like stay till next summer. Let's see. Maybe
Yeah.
next summer we are more open to sell because we could not get the people that we wanted to get this summer. So let's see what
Yeah.
happens. That's Newcastle's position. But you think of Isak, you promised me
Mm.
so many things. You didn't even live up to the promises. Why would I stay? Yeah, we
Yeah,
just read the statement.
exactly. Isaac does
Maybe
not have any evidence to show that Newcastle promised him
he
that he
has no
can leave.
evidence.
But that was not the promise made to Isak.
The
CFC
promise was the
gamer.
contract.
But was the contract.
Mhm.
That one was it's just people filling it up and filling the spaces
Just
that he's
rumors.
not said
Just
anything.
rumors. Yeah.
The issue is the contract. He wanted, but at the same time, clubs have club is a club. Look at a club as a company. If a
They
company
are
does not
kind of.
want to increase your salary, you can't hold them. Although companies are different, obviously it's different when you have a solid contract with big amount attached to it, right? So he
Yeah.
said
He
if
needs to
that bid,
realize that
Batman
no
said
player is bigger than the club.
if that bid does not come, then he stays. Oh God. What so the big question
Yeah.
is that what is the way out for both sides? Guys, what is the way out for both sides? We saw
Um,
Selim, we saw Newcastle statements. What he said, no, we are not pulling trigger on Wisa because they are asking for 60. And so you see,
yeah.
that's the same thing now with Wisa. Look at it, it's the same thing. It's the
This
same,
is crazy.
exactly the same.
This is
It's
really
exactly the
crazy.
same thing. It's exactly Wisa now has gone on strike. He's refusing to play. I don't did he play last weekend that he lost for 3-1? I don't think he
I
played.
didn't notice. I didn't notice Wisa. I didn't notice Wisa.
Wisa.
I didn't
But
notice
now
him.
they're asking for 60. Initially Brentford said he's not for
All,
sale,
all
right?
players are doing the same thing.
Now,
Even
yes. And at the end of the
Mhm.
day, he now said, okay, you can go.
Yeah.
You can go. But it's 60 million. Now Newcastle are saying no, they can't pay 60 million. You see it. It's the same thing Liverpool are saying. We can't pay
Everybody's trying to
60
do things
million.
to favor them. That's just the fact. They're trying to
Yeah.
do things to favor them. Most likely next season for cheaper. Liverpool will now have to rush and see who they can buy to improve their attack. Honestly speaking, right? Honestly speaking, this whole situation, the biggest loser out of this is Isak. I'm going to be
Yeah.
honest with you. The
Yeah.
biggest loser is Isak, unfortunately, because
Yeah.
him deciding not to play for Newcastle anymore has its
Mm.
implications because he's under contract. He will get fined heavily. He might not get paid. And at the end of the day, even if you try to buy your way out of the contract, it's extremely expensive. He's the
Yeah,
biggest loser in
that's
this
true.
situation. And when you think
Yeah.
about it from Isak's position, the window is September 1st. That's the deadline.
30 more days. 30 more
It's
days.
coming fast. It's coming
30
fast.
more days, man.
So in
Yeah.
your mind, you're in your house thinking, I need to be in a club where I want to play for this club. I don't want to be in Newcastle anymore. I need to go somewhere. Liverpool is where I want. But at the end of the day, how can I
But
really force this move?
Liverpool are not bringing the money. SSB is saying hash free Isak.
It's true.
Yeah,
If you
no,
look at it,
nobody
it's
is
true.
holding him. Nobody is holding him.
Liverpool at the end of the day, Liverpool at the end of the day, like it's not like we don't want this player.
Pay
If we
150
come
and
with a
get it.
second bid, we will not bring 150 million. Let's be realistic. We know that the
Okay.
player wants to leave. Yes,
Then
you talk
he's
about the
staying in
amount
the
of years.
reserves.
You talk about the amount of years left on the contract. We know all that. We know all that. Put that to the
Yeah.
side. We will
Yeah.
pay the evaluation for what we think this player is worth, and not
Yeah.
because you guys are salty and you could not get your replacement. You get what I'm saying? That is exactly how Liverpool will see the
Mm.
situation. So they will keep on pushing it. They'll keep on pushing it till it gets close enough. And I think with Newcastle, in their mind, they're like, hey, I have all the cards with this Isak thing. Because at
We
the end
have
of the
all the
day,
cards.
at the end of the day,
There's no card with Isak currently.
at the end of the day, if you decide not to play, I will fine you and fine you and fine you till you decide to reintegrate to the team, which is what we're looking for. And at the end of the
But
day,
you
if
can't.
you really want to leave, then tell the club that wants to sign you to bring the money that we want, and we will make sure we get the money we want out of this deal. That is how Newcastle they're seeing it. So at the end of the day,
Yeah.
it's a lose-lose, right? It's a
Yeah.
lose-lose situation.
Yeah.
It's just a
Yeah.
tricky one, guys. It's a very, very tricky one. And well done, Newcastle United. Good for them. I guess the 150 million is also based on the length of the contract, right? But let's be fair, Salah wanted to leave and club didn't let him. Remember those days? Yeah, it's not like players don't
Yeah.
want to leave all
Wanted
the
to
time.
leave. Yeah.
It's not like
Yeah.
players
It's
don't
true.
want to leave. These things
Yeah.
happen. it happens. But the way this whole situation is just
I think the
it's
way
just
it was
very messy,
handled,
man. The way it was
that's
handled
the
just
issue.
wasn't good. I think it all started from the him being MIA, and then
Yeah,
he
yeah.
just did not show up with the squad. I think that's what is just putting a bad taste in people's mouth. The fact that Isak just, what people are throwing out there is he was very unprofessional in this whole preseason, right?
He's been unprofessional. Not what
No,
they
I
said. It's
I
what
know,
we've
I
seen.
know, I know he's been
Yeah,
unprofessional, but let's be
yeah,
honest with ourselves. Players do
yeah.
this, right? His agents might have advised him. You saw Gyökeres did the
Gyökeres
same
did it.
thing.
Gyökeres did.
Why
Visa
not
is
do
doing
it? Why
the
not
same
do the
thing.
same thing?
Visa
You
is
know,
doing the same thing.
Wisa is say, even for example, even Gay after the game didn't even greet his coach. He didn't even say
He
anything
just
to
left.
Glass. Now just
He
walked
just
away.
left.
It
Yeah,
emotions, right? These guys are human
yeah.
beings, so it's
Guys,
crazy.
let's hit
Newcastle
the like
statements.
and the like button and subscribe if you are new.
From Newcastle statements, I don't think this happens. Liverpool are not going to want to get caught up in this drama. The next phase is transfer request, and we just, oh yeah, and we just paying his bonuses a sign-on fee. Newcastle project in general needs to take a look in the in the mirror. SSB, you don't trust their project after finding Isak over and over without playing. Do they also realize his evaluation would be anywhere close to 100 million pounds in the next transfer? Exactly. They also are not realizing
That's
this.
the problem.
The
That's the
more you
problem.
keep on doing this, you keep on waiting. At the end of the day, both parties will lose. I think the next step is either Isak and
But
his agent go and have a new conversation with Newcastle. You remember the whole
true.
thing with Mbappe, when Mbappe and
Yeah, yeah,
PSG had this whole drama,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
Mbappe was
yeah,
going to play
yeah,
for the reserves. Mbappe is not
yeah,
going to
yeah.
be
Yeah.
Mbappe and the
He said
president
he
had
said he was going to play,
a
right?
conversation, right?
Yeah,
They had a
yeah.
conversation, and then at the end of the day, they worked some things out. I think this is a thing where Isak will need to have a conversation with Newcastle, because if they don't have a good
But
conversation and come to a
the
good point,
problem now, the
it will be a
problem is
problem. It will
the
be a problem for him.
I think the big problem for me now is Aston Villa and Newcastle they played, right? You
Yeah,
could hear like the banter and shouts from Newcastle fans,
yeah.
right? Like calling him a bitch or B word, whatever.
Mhm.
Like people stepping on his shirt, point something on number 14. I was like, oh my god, this is really he could even get mugged. If he's found walking on the streets of Newcastle, he could get mugged. Yes. Because fans don't take it lightly, they take it as like disrespect should I tell you the funny thing? Newcastle fans
Yeah.
really love Isak. They really love
Love and
Isak.
hate is it pulls at the same emotions,
Yes,
right? Like the
yes.
same way
So
someone loves, the same way they
that's
can
what
hate
is now
you.
exactly, and that's the
Yeah.
same thing that is paining them. Like we poured so much love into you, and this is how you treat us. Do you get what I'm saying? This is how you treat us. So now, even if it's to come back,
Mhm.
how does he look them in the face and play? How?
After doing what he has done,
Yes. How? How
I
does
think
he look them in the face and play?
it starts with the club.
How?
It starts with the club. It starts with
Oh
the
my
club. It
God.
starts with the club.
Even
It starts with the club.
reintegration
Honestly,
could affect his mental health.
it could affect his mental health, but it starts with the club releasing a
Yeah.
statement saying the situation with we and Isak, this is how it is. But let's be honest, this is never going to happen.
Yeah.
Isak is leaving. Isak is leaving. But the only broken promise is Isak not honoring his contract. Like everybody has two sides to this, to be honest. And those both sides are right. It's
Yeah.
crazy. You
Yeah.
cannot,
Yeah.
as a
Yeah.
player, you cannot not honor your contract. You still have to show up for training. Yes, you don't
Sure.
like it, but you still
Sure.
have to show up. At the
Sure,
end of the
brother.
day, guys, it's a job.
Yeah.
When I started
Yeah.
thinking
It's a
about this
job.
deeply,
It's a
I
job.
started thinking, I
Yeah.
started thinking about it deeply. Yes, I want Isak on
Yeah.
my team, right? But it's setting a bad precedence, because if you come to Liverpool too and you decide you
Yeah.
want to leave, are you going to pull the same stunt with us? You get what I'm saying?
Konate wants to leave also.
Konate wants to leave, but Konate is playing,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Trent
You
wanted
guys
to
are
leave.
finding a
Trent still
balance.
played. Trent did not sign a
Yeah.
new
Still
contract. He
played.
still played.
Still
At the end
played.
of the
Yeah.
day,
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like whoever advised him to go MIA and ghost and do all these things,
The
it might
agent
not
is
have
the
been,
problem.
it might not have been the
Yes. I
best
don't think.
way to approach
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
situation, right? It might have been
Yeah.
one where maybe he should have just been more serious about putting that transfer request and being
Yeah.
more proactive about even leaving early on in the window, because we didn't really even know if Isak wanted to leave until almost halfway
Nothing
through.
was said. Nothing
Until
was
almost
said.
halfway through.
Everyone was just quiet, right? Everyone was just quiet. Batman is saying, I don't care about Isak. He don't care about me. all I care about is Newcastle FC, which is rightfully so, right? Player come, player
No
go,
player is bigger than the club. Yeah, no player is
right?
bigger than the club.
Remember when Hazard wanted to join Real Madrid?
Mm-hmm.
What happened? 2 years left. Real Madrid came for him and was like, he wants to go and wants to go. And Chelsea said, okay, we know this is your dream. You would go. Please, can you play for us for just one season? And you would
Mm.
go. This is the amount would ask from Real Madrid, 100 plus whatever they ask for Real Madrid. Are you
Yeah.
happy with that? And they came to an agreement.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get what I'm saying? I feel, to me, how this case should have died down would be, if I was Isak's agent from the start of this window, I would make Isak get a big. I know the current Paul Mitchell there was saying no big contract, right? We
Mm-hmm.
will play our game nicely that Isak gets a new contract, then there'll be a release clause inside that contract. But Isak has
Yes.
to play for 1 full year. You have
That
to
would have been
sacrifice.
a better approach.
You have to sacrifice something.
Yes, that would
You
have
have
been a better
to.
approach actually.
The way
Just
the
add,
way Isak
sign a
is
new
agent,
contract
yeah,
with a release
yeah. The
clause.
way the way he's doing it, I don't think. An example is Sesko, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sesko was meant to go to Arsenal, not this summer, last summer.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Leipzig was like, no, you're not leaving. Do you get what I'm saying? And he
Mm-hmm.
wanted to leave. And before you know it, I think his agent just calmed everything down. Like, okay, bro, go and sign a new
He needs a
contract. He
Isak needs
signed
a
it.
better
He
agent.
signed a new. He signed a new contract and he put in like special clubs. You heard the rumors,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
special
yeah, yeah,
clubs being
special clubs and everything. Yeah.
XYZ. This is the amount.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is what him and his agent should have done. And anyways, look at it this way: you helped Newcastle qualify for the Champions League, brother. Just suck it
You
up
still
and
have
play.
UCL football at the end of the day.
Yes,
You
just
still have
play.
UCL football.
I know. How do I say it now? If it's truly money you wanted,
Mm-hmm.
they will offer you money. They are not. They are open now to offer you money. Open, sign the contracts if it's improved salary, and put in a release clause there. And probably you can get your release clause. Maybe you get it to be pushed down, maybe to 100. Right? It's a win-win for both sides. In that
Mm-hmm.
case, you can also help Newcastle qualify for the next Champions League. You can
Mm-hmm.
play the Champions League that you sweat and you suffer to get, because you
Mm-hmm.
also you work for almost a year with the club
Mm-hmm.
fighting for them, right? You
Mm-hmm.
play and suck it up, help them. They do well in the Champions League, they
Yeah.
get more money, they will allow you go,
Mm-hmm.
and you have peace. The fans will still love you.
It's a tricky
Ah,
one, guys. It's a
bad,
tricky one. Like
bad.
this whole Isak thing is a tricky one. And what if Liverpool bring the 150 million pounds? What if
I
we
don't thi-
actually bring the money?
I don't think Liverpool is going to bring that amount.
You
I
don't
don't
think so?
think. Yeah, I don't think.
It depends on how bad. 120 plus Elliot. What do you think? 120 million plus Elliot. That's also there. Will they take it?
They don't need Elliot. Elliot doesn't improve their team, brother. Keep your Elliot. Nobody wants Elliot. Keep your Elliot. Pay 150 million. Let Isak go. You guys are the
give
one
us
holding him
give
for
us Elliot
that.
and
That's the one.
130.
That's the
He
one.
says give us
That's the
Elliot
one holding.
130 million plus.
Yes.
I think honestly speaking, Liverpool, let's renegotiate. Let's renegotiate with Newcastle. Let's put another bid. Let's put another bid at 60
I
plus
like this comment
80k.
from. I like this. I like this comment from Tunam. He said if Isak puts in a transfer request, he forfeits his contract payout when he's sold.
Yeah,
Oh, so that's the reason.
yeah. he won't put
Oh
in
my
he won't
god.
put in that transfer request. I think this will
Yeah,
drag and drag and drag. And to be honest, Isak might
yeah.
end up staying at Newcastle. I think so.
Oh
I think this would
my
drag, especially
gosh.
if Liverpool don't put another bid. I think exactly. I like this statement. Liverpool need to make a serious bid or shut up. Simple. I think that's where we are
Yes,
at.
that's it.
That's where
Yes,
we are
yes.
at.
You guys
You
are
see,
making these guys
that's
suffer.
where we are at. That is where we are at. If we really want Isak, we need to
Yeah.
bring the Isak kind of money.
Bring the
If
money,
we know we
brother.
want Isak, we bring the
We did
Isak
it.
kind of money.
We did it for Fernandez. We did it for Fernandez. L- The same thing happened. Benfica was like, he's not for sale, he's not for sale, he's not for sale. If he's going nothing less than 120 million, they did not budge. And then Fernandez wanted to start putting up a force and all that. his agent shut it down. It's like, brother, calm down.
Mhm.
The head of Chelsea would come. Baghdad, what's his name? One of these guys in owners of Chelsea, right? The guys that hold the 60% had to fly down to Portugal. He removed the sporting directors from this negotiation and he went down. At the end of the day, we still paid the 150, 120 million. Brother, we paid it. If you want the player to go and be released from where he's
Yeah.
for, you have to pay it.
SSB is
Just
right. This
pay.
whole thing started from
Yeah.
Ekitike situation. I feel maybe
Yes.
the way we
Yeah.
approach the Ekitike
You
situation,
guys
we
bullied
approach it
Newcastle.
like we're going to bully
Yeah.
them.
And
We
it
approach it
backfired
like,
now.
hey,
It's like
you give
suffering.
you go for Ekitike, you give us Isak. It almost felt
Isak,
like we're trying to bully
like, who
them
the
in that
hell are you?
situation, right?
Who the hell are you?
Yeah,
Who
like
the
who the
hell are
hell
you?
are you to
Do
tell
that?
us that? And at the end of the
That
day, now the cards are in their
yes,
hand with this whole Isak thing.
yeah,
It's in
it's
their hands
crazy.
right
It's
now.
crazy. It's
I think
crazy.
Newcastle could sell after Monday night, Newcastle versus Liverpool game. That game is
Brother
going to be.
Kingsley,
That game has a
you
lot
guys,
on the line.
Kingsley, you guys will be battered.
It has
Newcastle
a
fans in
lot
this
on the
chat,
line.
Newcastle fans in this chat, Liverpool is going to be battered. I don't think you can win that game, Kingsley. You can't.
I don't, I'm
You
scared, bro.
can't.
I'm
You will
scared,
walk alone on that
guys.
day.
That game is going to be
Soon
crazy.
army, they are going to show up.
It's going to be
And I
crazy,
trust Newcastle fans, it's going to be loud.
Mm,
They will use Isak on you on that day.
bro.
You want Isak. You want Isak. We're going to beat you.
We will still win.
We will beat you. We will
We
beat you
will
and still
still
give you
win.
Isak. Show you that we're the bigger club. Newcastle will beat you and still give you the Isak. And you still pay the 150 million. Yes. So it's going to happen.
Yeah,
At the end of the
150
day,
million.
they beat
Honestly,
you
why do Saudi? I feel like the 150 million. I still feel they are trying
from
to price
Saudi.
us out of Isak. I still feel like that's what
Yeah,
it
because
is.
they know you guys
They are
can't
trying to
afford it.
price us out. They feel like we won't bring that type of money, but I feel they are trying to price us out of Isak with this whole 150 million. But we'll
Yeah.
see. Newcastle said they want the price is 150 million, nothing less. That's what they told us now as well.
Yeah, it's true. Arsenal walked away, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
tricky,
It's,
but yeah, this shall age like
it's,
this. It will age
I'm
like
giving you-
milk. You'll beat us, they'll
oh my
beat us, then the game comes and we win. Imagine Isak is in the crowd with Liverpool shirt.
God. You get mocked. Don't even think of it.
I
That
don't think Isak can go
don't do it. Can't
anywhere
do
near
that.
Newcastle,
No, no,
man.
no,
I don't
no.
think so. I don't
He
think so.
can't
Right
try it.
now it's a bit
There'll
tricky.
be a riot. There'll be
Yeah.
a riot
I
outside
will
the
not be
stadium.
surprised if they've been threats already. Like right now it's a bit tricky. Fans are
Or maybe
salty.
look,
It's
Kingsley, what
crazy.
of this one? You can Isak is in the away end.
The way supporting Liverpool.
That would be bad. You should not even
Guys,
try it. They should not
supporting
even try it.
Liverpool, that's
They-
crazy, man.
you should not try it. You should not
That's
try.
crazy. That's
But the
crazy.
but the thing is, I
Mhm.
think the only way,
Mm.
from what Tsunami is saying, he's saying
Yeah.
money talks.
Money
And that
talks.
is it. You
That's it.
you guys, Liverpool is the only person that can
Mhm.
put an end to all this drama between Newcastle, Isak, back and forth. At the end of the day, you guys
Mm.
should just pay the money. You see, at the end of the day, we fans love this. I'm sure more people knows what joy. Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah,
We
that's
love
true.
it.
That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like what you said. Like, I don't think it's about money. It's not in Newcastle's interest for Isak to leave at this point in time. None
yes,
of their transfer
yes,
targets is get. That is exactly what I'm trying to say.
yes.
That's
That's the
exactly what
problem.
I'm trying to point out. I'm saying
That's
two
the
things.
problem. Too.
They are
Yeah.
pricing us out of Isak
Of the,
because
yeah.
they know the 150 mil is not something that anybody will want to bring. Is that kind of money? It's a lot of money. That's a record-breaking transfer. It's not something that you
Yeah.
easily want to give to any player. It comes with a certain level of pressure too to bring that kind of money for Isak. You get what I'm saying? You're investing a lot in Isak to bring 150 mil. You get what I'm
That's the
saying?
price of a
So
club. That's the price of a club.
that
You know.
they're pricing us out of Isak. Number two, I really think they want Isak to stay. If
Yeah, they
Newcastle
want him to stay.
could find a way to make Isak reintegrate into the squad, even
They
the
would
fans
do
might
it.
say we don't like the way he has moved, but
They will
be
still
honest.
love him back.
Be
Yes.
honest.
He
Isak
comes back and he
reintegrates
scores.
to this team and scores
He
a hat
comes
trick.
back
You
and he
guys
scores against
will
you
like him
guys.
to stay.
He scores
You
against
know,
Liverpool.
you know, if they found a way for him to reintegrate, yes, you're pissed about how he has moved, but at the end of the day, the value of him playing for your team is high. It's high. And that's the truth. It's really, really high. Compared to other prices,
Tuna,
150 million is not outrageous. It's not outrageous, but it's a lot of money. It's a lot.
And the funny thing, you guys now pay 150 and he comes and he flops. But where do you start?
First off,
Where do you start? Where do you start from? And it flops.
first
You
off,
go back to
wait,
Newcastle and say, give me back
no,
half of this money.
no,
And
wait,
it flops.
no
What
refunds,
happened?
right? No refunds.
No
But first off,
refund for what?
first
There's no
off,
refunds.
Isak will
Yeah.
not flop. Isak is a top player. We know he will not flop.
Okay.
But
We'll say you said so.
it's just a lot of money. The money will change for our club. Will change our club forever. Make no mistakes. But replacing him is difficult. Who will you sign? Who will you sign?
True.
It's not easy
And
to
and
replace a
you guys
striker like
fans,
Isak.
you guys are running away from Jackson. Why? Come on. Can give you guys Jackson for 70 mil, even 60,
He signed Wissa,
right?
signed Jackson. Is that enough?
Yes. And maybe Eddie Howe can even do his wonders with Jackson. I still feel there's a player in Jackson. The only issue is that the only person that understands him is
Isak to Jackson. Isak to
that
Jackson.
that's a downgrade actually.
Eh,
It's bad. Yeah.
Isak to
See,
Jackson now.
less than 5 days, 5 years
5 years
ago,
ago, we were relegating, but a merchant must get his pay for his apples. It's true.
wow.
It's true.
Wow.
It's true. I as much as I hate to agree, he's
Yeah.
kind of right. As much as I hate to agree, because
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie to you guys. I want Isak at Liverpool. I want it to happen.
We don't want Isak at
I
Liverpool.
want that to happen. If it's
We don't
possible,
want
I want
Lucas.
that to happen.
If you can hold on to him, we appreciate you very much.
But
Isak should not be allowed to go to Liverpool.
I just
That's what
hope
I
it can
think.
happen. I hope it can happen. But this thing is just messy.
So what do
Hypothetical
Liverpool?
situation.
Yeah.
Hypothetical situation. You're Newcastle's management, and you decide
Yeah.
to sell Isak for whatever fee you're asking. Let's say 150 mil. Which striker
Yeah.
are you going to sign to replace him, and not be a downgrade?
There's no striker available now.
Which
The only person is Oli Watkins. That's
Julian
the only person.
Alvarez.
He's not leaving Atletico. He's not.
Who
He's not.
who can come into the Prem right now and give you 20 plus goals?
Thuram?
Thuram?
No.
Which Thuram? The Thuram from where? Is it the Thuram at Inter?
Milan? No, don't even. Rather than take Thuram, just come and take Jackson. Jackson will be better.
Let's not forget, it's the Prem we're talking about. Who will come in to score 20 plus goals in the Prem? Because we know Isak does consistently 15 plus. He does in fact 20 plus.
Oh, Nick Woth made. Nick Woth made is decent,
I don't know.
but he's a bit.
He has that kind of profile.
Yeah.
But I don't know, guys. I don't know.
You say Rodrigo, Barcola, Dembele. Those guys are not leaving.
I saw Rodrigo today. He didn't even start. I watched the game. Real Madrid, Osasuna.
Did they win? They won.
They won one new Mbappe penalty. I saw Rodrigo. I don't think so. I don't think Rodrigo is a good enough replacement for Isak, given the pace of the Prem. I don't think so.
Mm-hmm. Chris Wood. What of Chris Wood? But Chris Wood was in Newcastle before. Chris Wood was in Newcastle before.
How old is Chris Wood too?
He's old. He's 30 something. 32 or so. Yeah.
Isak is
I think
younger.
Oli Watkins. You can say Oli Watkins. Yeah.
Okay. You don't need 20 goals. 2 strikers that can score 10 plus each. So if you're thinking 2 strikers that can score 10 plus each, you can get like Wissa. Wissa can give you 10 plus.
And Jackson.
Hey.
Yes.
Wissa and Jackson.
Jackson for 65. Wissa for 60. But that's too much for Wissa. To be honest with you, 60 million for Wissa is too much.
But you can't forget can't forget Premier League price. There's a special price for players that Premier League proven. There's an extra something that's added on top, like an extra 20 mil or extra 10 mil that's added on top of their evaluation. You guys, it's just what happens when you sign Premier League proven players.
I like this.
Can you give 20 million pounds to Isak to buy us already 3 years? Bro, if we can, we should. We should.
You should.
Oh, me personally?
Yes. Give him the money.
Subscribe to my channel, maybe I would. Subscribe, please. Subscribe. Brother, where am I seeing that money from? Bro, it's crazy, man. Honestly speaking.
Sri Lanka too. Sri Lanka is decent. He's a good striker. He's decent. But Tottenham will not sell him for anything less than 100. Tottenham will not sell him.
What? What do you mean
Is it that
Solanke
bad?
for 100? That's crazy.
They bought him for 60. Come on, how much are you selling him for?
For 60 and then you sell Solanke for 100? No, come on. Come
Kingsley,
on.
go and negotiate with
That's
Daniel Levy.
outrageous, bro.
Go and negotiate.
Solanke scored 9 goals in the Prem, bro. Nine
I
goals
know.
in the Prem last season.
Go.
He barely did 10
So
goals. No,
okay.
anyway,
So
season
it means
before he scored 19. But I don't know.
Kingsley.
I don't know.
That's it. So
Anyway, you guys need two strikers that can score 10 each. So I guess Gonzalo Ramos possibly. But Gonzalo Ramos
now
will not
fine.
leave though. I don't think he will leave.
PSG.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think
Why? Why won't he leave?
I don't think I think he's it isn't just
He
me. I
wants
heard a
to
rumor that he
stay.
wants to stay. I don't think he will leave. I don't think he will leave. Newcastle should go get Duran. You remember Duran that went
Yes,
to
that's the
I think right now
person.
it's in where
Fenerbahce.
Fabanachi, right? Or
That's the person
Fenerbahce,
you
yeah.
guys should have gotten.
Samu.
Thuram would be good.
Oh, Samu from Porto, right?
That's Omorodion, right?
Is it
Sam
Omoro? Yeah.
Omorodion. Yeah, Sam Omorodion. He's not he's like Jackson. Don't be deceived by Sam.
Bonkers
Him
LFC
and
says 50 million for Kane for 2 seasons. Which Kane,
not bad. Not bad. But if he comes,
man, Madison too
but
old. But I don't know. I
you
don't
know,
know.
but I the rumors I heard was that
Mm.
Kane had a release clause.
There were rumors
Did you
that
hear that?
Harry Kane.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember talking about those rumors on stream that Harry Kane might want to. There's a possibility that Kane
go
might
back
come
to
back to the
Tottenham.
Prem. No, I don't know if I don't think it was Tottenham. It was another club might come back to the Prem, but I don't think so. I think it's just rumors. I just think it's just rumors.
Oh, he said
Oh,
there's.
Chandler's thing from Wolves.
Oh, that's
Oh,
not bad. That's not bad signing. That's not bad.
he said at this rate we'll end up with Ronaldo.
Oh my days. No,
Come
no, no,
on,
no.
man.
Ronaldo is not even leaving
What?
Saudi. You guys, he's not leaving Saudi for anything. The brother is his contract is worth 450
Wait,
million,
what?
right?
Ronaldo?
And he's the owner of
You
Al
guys are funny,
Nassr.
bro. You guys are
So
funny. Honestly, if we're being serious, right now, there is no
yeah,
striker that can give you 20 plus goals a season that any team is worth releasing. That any team is
nobody,
worth releasing right now.
nobody,
I'm
nobody
being
wants
honest.
to.
Like what
Nobody.
Smoke said, like you could buy 2 strikers that could give you like 10 plus goals
10 plus,
each.
10 plus.
That's still not guaranteed, right? Even in the season, it's still not
Yeah,
guaranteed.
yeah,
They have to come
true.
in and somewhat perform or even overperform. I said Julian Alvarez, right? I said Julian
That would
Alvarez
be too
is the only
expensive. They bought
Julian
him for
Alvarez is the
80.
only person that can come in and do that. The only thing that they can do now is to maybe go and sign Mamouche from City.
Mamouche ain't leaving City. He's not leaving one bit. Never. He's not leaving City.
City, they have
I'm
too many
telling you.
strikers. Okay,
He's not.
fair enough. But Rafinha could be good on that Eddie, but
He's
Rafinha will
not
not
leaving.
leave.
He's not leaving.
Wisa can come in and score a lot of goals, right?
But you guys are
Wisa
ready.
is
I think
Wis,
Wisa is replacing the other striker that left, right? The second striker.
Callum Wilson, yeah.
Yeah.
Wisa definitely is someone they need to lock in and sign. They need to lock in and sign him. I don't
Yeah, I
know.
think so too.
Solos are available from Atletico. How many goals a season does he do? I don't know. I've not seen
Nah.
that player.
Kolomuani. What of Kolomuani?
No.
Nah. Kolomuani is like Jackson.
Oh, he
But
scored.
we compared him. No,
20
he scored
goals.
better.
20 goals. Wow,
Who is
that's
that?
crazy.
Is he the guy at
Solot.
Atletico?
Solot at
Wow.
Atletico. Wow. 20 last season he
That
scored
is
20
in La
goals.
Liga. That's La Liga.
Bro, does it matter? Isak came from La Liga.
Okay,
Does
true.
it matter? It
True.
doesn't matter, bro. I'm
You
scared
know
of
what? You know
Wisa
what I
because
think?
there's a lot of karma in this.
Karma in this. Why?
Watkins could be available.
Mateta.
Mateta. Isak has not come out and said anything. Although come out and say anything about what? Because I feel like he has come out and made a statement, right?
He just
Come out and
made a
say
statement. Yeah. He made a
Mateta.
statement. Nah, you
Mateta
guys
and
can do
Wisa.
better.
Mateta and Wisa.
No. You need Mateta scores, but you need someone more prolific, I'd say, than Mateta. I think you know what I think? If I was to advise Eddie Howe now, like brother, sign a striker, you're in Champions League, I'll just say go for Watkins. He'll fit what he's trying to do. He's a striker that can play on the wings if he wants. If you need that 2 striker, you can even throw Wisa up front, put him on the wings, or put Wisa wide and put him up front. I think you should just go for Watkins. Pay 60 million,
Wisa
65.
Watkins. But
Yeah, and
Watkins is
just you'll be fine.
29. Watkins is
It doesn't
29.
matter.
A
It
lot of
doesn't
clubs
matter.
want to, you also
It
have to
can
think
still
at the
give them
position of the clubs
benefits.
because they want to go for a striker that will be with them for, at least
But
three
how
plus
long is
years, right?
how old is Isak? He's
Almost
20.
five
He's
years.
26.
Yeah, Watkins is 29. Almost they want a striker that will give them at least almost 5 years.
But
Because
we are
you
trying
be
to
Isak
we
signed
are,
a 5-year contract, right? He signed a 5-year contract. So you want a striker coming in signing up to 5 years. Watkins
I
is too
know, but
old.
the thing is, you are trying to solve a problem for now. It's a
Isak
problem
signs for
for now.
Liverpool, goes on to loan to Newcastle. Why would we
Oh my!
ever do that?
Why?
Why are you doing this to us?
Why?
Why would we ever
Are
do
these
that, bro?
people?
No, no,
Oh,
no, no, no,
Hassan,
no.
why?
Villa has
Sevilla.
said they won't sell and have resolved
Oh,
PSR by selling Ramsey. Oh, Jacob
Ramsey.
Ramsey, right? Watkins is 30 years old. Newcastle won't pay 60 mil for him. Yeah, it's
For
too
him.
old.
True,
It's
true,
too
true,
old,
true.
bro. No chance. No chance that
Hmm.
Tyron Martinez hooking up with Mark. Guys, oh, Arsenal Trossard news got swept under the rug today. Arsenal fans are
Yes, he signed a new contract. I don't like this Arsenal. Let's not even talk about Arsenal because it just spoiled my mood. I'll just go to bed angry. It's not my club. I'll just be angry.
let's not even get there.
Right?
Let's not even
Like,
get there.
why do you extend? They extended. They didn't extend. They increased the amount Trossard was earning without
Mhm.
extending the contracts. For what? What is he doing for the club? Like, what is Trossard currently doing?
I guess he's a backup winger, he's a backup 10, and he's a backup striker.
Or you
All at the
increase the
same,
salary?
all at the same time.
You increase the salary.
That way Liverpool guarantees they got their man and Newcastle gets to have Isak in their squad for the UCL.
That's not a bad idea,
Why
but
would they pay
that
Trossard more? It makes no sense.
no
Why they will pay
sense.
Trossard more?
I don't get that.
Trossard was even
Yeah,
supposed to
to
leave. He
leave.
was supposed to
Yeah.
leave this summer. He was linked to go to Saudi. So I don't know why they're paying him. They're paying him more money. That's up to them and what they decide
Mhm.
to do. Garnacho to Chelsea. Oh, Chelsea wants to pay
Chelsea.
25.
Chelsea
Has he
want to
played 100
scam
Premier League
everybody.
games and Ben Doak
Scammers.
has played 37 minutes for
I
25
went
million.
for 25.
Honestly,
Man, you
this
and
whole Garnacho,
Man, you and Chelsea are at a standoff now. Man, you want 50 million. They are not budging. It's serious now. You know the thing that pays us the most now is they are using our transfers against us. Like Madwiki, 48 plus 4. Gittins, you paid almost 50. Then why should we sell Garnacho for 25 or 30
crazy.
million?
I guess
Do you
Chelsea
get what
guys
I'm
you
saying?
guys don't rate him. He's a backup. Say Paqueta,
As a
say
false
Paqueta as
nine.
a false nine could work
Not
at
really.
Newcastle.
You don't
No,
want to
no.
do that. You don't want to start with false
Because
nine.
Paqueta
Nah,
gives me very box to
nah,
box. I don't know. I
no.
don't know if it's
Just
just me.
avoid.
He gives me very box to box. I don't know.
Yeah,
Victor
yeah.
Boniface will not honestly Boniface will not come to the Prem.
Will not come. I don't
I
think
don't think he
so.
will come to the Prem. I don't
So
think he
many
likes the
people have
Prem.
tried to sign him, and he's injury prone.
And I don't think he likes the Prem, to be honest.
Yeah,
I don't
he's
think he likes
injury
the
prone.
Prem.
So just
Say
might be best to
sleeping
avoid him.
pills side effects are catching up to Trossard. That man looks like he hasn't slept in ages, bro. He looks like he hasn't slept in ages. I 100% agree with what Arsenal's project. I guess what they're trying to do with the project. I think right now I don't see how Trossard fits in the team, given that they've signed Noni. You signed Noni, you still have Martinelli. Martinelli was
Yeah,
rumored to leave. That didn't happen. You wanted to sign Rodrigo, you didn't do that. You wanted to sign
yeah,
Ademola Lookman, it never happened. You wanted to sign Eberechi Eze, it never happened. All these guys, it never happened. Arsenal were linked to all these, the two of them. Ademola Lookman, or the three of them. Ademola Lookman, Rodrigo, Eberechi Eze. None of those transfers happened. They signed Jokeres, they signed Noni, they signed their
damn,
midfielders and their defenders. Same old
damn.
thing. Ateta are signing defenders. That is the reason why they will keep on not
Half of
conceding
their squad,
and not
half of
scoring.
their squad is defenders.
Half of
They
their
just
squad
want to
can play as
defend.
centre backs at this point. So
Oh my god.
it's crazy. We should sign
Oh
Endrick
no,
and
no,
be
no,
done
no.
with it.
Smoke, please. Just avoid Bobby. Avoid Bobby, please. I beg you. You don't need
Nah,
Bobby on your
Smoke, you're
team.
trolling, bro. You're
Have you,
trolling. You're trolling. What?
have you seen Bobby's waist?
I saw Bobby in the stands today.
No,
Bobby's injured.
that
I
one
saw him
thing.
in the stands. He was sitting and
Forget
enjoying his
Bobby.
life. He was
What
in the
was he
stands.
drinking?
No, he was just
Hmm.
chilling. He was sitting there in the stands.
Avoid Bobby. Avoid Bobby.
I don't know, man. Hendrick is not a good fit. Hendrick's not a good fit.
No,
I
no,
think
no. Mm,
for Newcastle, if you look at the
mm,
situation they are in,
yeah,
UCL, all competitions, still wanting to compete on the highest level, the safest
yeah,
bet for them is to look
yeah.
within the Prem. I'm not going to lie to you. the safest bet
That's
is
what
to
they should
look
do.
for a striker within the Prem. At this point in
So
the window,
so
I
should they
think
look
it's
at
just,
Jackson?
it might be. I know it sounds crazy to be like, go for Nicholas Jackson. I know some
Yeah.
fans might not like it, but think of it this way: age is on his side. He's young.
You can
He's going
still
to get
improve
better.
him.
You
You
can
can
still
improve him.
improve. He's
Yeah,
not.
that
I
player.
know people complain about the goals he misses, the easy goals he misses
Yeah.
that he should have scored. But let's not forget, this is a striker that's consistently done about 10 plus goals a
10,
season for
15.
10,
10,
15,
15.
with the
Yeah.
range of goals, 10, 15 a season for Chelsea.
Season.
With the
Yeah.
pressure behind him, he goes to Newcastle side where the pressure might not be the same pressure that he had at Chelsea. And then you bring in somebody more clinical, more experienced like Wisa. I feel like these two things combined could help. That's just me.
Aston Villa are currently
Chelsea are open to
negotiating for
loan Jackson
Jackson.
for 10 mil with obligation to buy. Right now, a loan deal is not outrageous for Newcastle. A
That would
loan
not
deal
be a
is not
bad idea,
outrageous.
actually.
You
10
you
million is,
loan you loan
yeah.
Jackson, you test it out and
Mm,
see if it works. If it works,
yeah.
you're open to maybe a more permanent commitment with Jackson. But
Yeah.
if it's not, go back. You didn't
Yeah.
fit. You didn't fit with the team. Just think about this. If Liverpool had just let Newcastle sign Hugo Ekitike, then you could have had Isak, but you tried to bully Newcastle. Now you screwed yourselves. Not really. Because
Why?
after
That's
after
not
I have
happen. You
seen
guys bullied.
after I
You
have
guys,
seen how Ekitike plays, of course
you
I want
wanted you.
Ekitike.
That means you guys were greedy. Liverpool
Ekitike,
was
not
greedy.
really.
You
Ekitike, see,
sure?
yes, we put it on the yes, we put it on the cards.
And
Go
that
for
guy was
Ekitike,
found
give
first
us
by
Isak.
Chelsea.
But
Remember?
Ekitike chose Liverpool at the end of the day, right? We both were going in for him. He said yes to Liverpool. He wanted Liverpool. He came. And seeing how Ekitike is playing, I don't think it's a loss for us. We have a striker that can score goals. We just don't have depth in our attacking position. So it's not really a loss if we don't get Isak. It's a loss if we don't get another striker that is clinical. You know, that is where we are at a loss. To be fair,
Eh,
you're right. We can't risk with players trying to integrate. We need a striker ready for the prem. Honestly,
Yeah, that's
at
true.
this
That's what
point
I'm
in the
saying.
window,
Avoid, yeah.
don't
You
do
want
it.
to avoid anybody that is from
Don't do
outside.
it.
Like, just avoid them
I don't think it's
because you
worth it
never can tell,
because
right?
honestly, even guys think about it. The Jokeres, Sesko.
Hmm. Kingsley,
You know where I'm going
those
with this.
guys, those guys, they're
You
on the
know where
road
I'm
to
going with this.
something. They're on the road. That
No,
risk is not
you know
worth.
where I'm going.
I know where
Jokeres,
you're going. I
Sesko
know you want to
is
start
one
trolling
game. We
them.
can't make any comment yet. It's one game. But you
Okay.
guys
But
remember Nunes?
we're saying these
Nunes when he came
guys.
to Liverpool, his first game he scored. Don't forget Nunes debut he scored. It went downhill after that. So
Yeah, that's the
there's
Premier
a lot
League.
of hope that Gyökeres is to go up because we've not seen anything from him. There's a lot of hope that
Not with
Sesko
not with that not with that football they are playing.
Sesko we've not seen enough. Sesko we've not seen enough. There's a lot of hope that to go up. But at the end of the day, these guys they've not yet proven that they are Premier League proven. They still need time for us to see,
No,
right? So
no, no.
Liverpool bid for Liverpool bid for Isak. Newcastle rejects the bid. Liverpool signs Ekitike. If
That's
Newcastle
bullying.
hadn't rejected the bid, they
That
would have
bid.
gotten Ekitike. Hmm,
No,
fair
no.
enough. Okay, fair enough. Those guys were bid
We're
in
bait.
UCL game.
Yeah. Yes, that's where they were really shining. Remember, he
Fair.
scored like a hat trick against
Yeah.
Manchester City,
I
right?
remember Jokers. Yeah, I remember.
Oh, he said, isn't
Vlahovic
Dusan
available? Yeah, he is. He's available. No, he is available.
avoid him
No, but he
with
is.
every.
No, he was acting. Is he
I know,
available?
but
He is
Kingsley,
in combination with Wisa.
Juventus want to get rid of this guy with all their might. Do not go. Juventus are not a team that plays. They
Yeah,
want to get. Look at this. They want to get rid of Vlahovic and go for
yeah.
Jackson. That's what. So imagine that, and you now want to go for Vlahovic. How many goals did he do last season?
I
Let's
don't
even
know.
start from there.
Possibly not a lot for them
Just
to want
just
to get.
avoid him. Avoid
But the
him with all your might.
Sol lot is not bad too. It's not bad.
At this point, for what Newcastle is trying to do, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think. Liverpool now, you say UCL is the true market, but Liverpool, Arsenal, Manchester United were quick to clear out the top cream. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's it.
Vlahovic did like
There's
10 goals in the last season. He
the
did 10
season
goals.
before.
He
The
did
season
10
before.
goals. That's in the league. 10 goals in Serie A. Season before he did
The season
16 goals.
season before that.
Season before that, he did 10 goals. So you know what to expect from him. You know what to expect from
Yeah,
him.
not
UCL,
really.
oh yeah, you read that. Eddie Howe might get something out of Vlahovic. He might. He might, right? He might. He might get
Yeah,
something out of him.
maybe you guys should go, but it's a risk. It's not. Anyways, Vlahovic, I don't know. He's strong. The way he moves, he can drop deep. He's not somebody that is so one sided
Yeah.
like Gyökeres. He's not so one sided. He can drop down. Or should they even go for Havertz?
Thank you very much. S444. I really like Ekitike. Just need a winger with Isak deal not happening. To be honest, do you know what I need now for my team?
Just
I
a
need
winger.
a forward. Let me put it that way. A forward, someone that can play as a winger, as a
Mm,
as a nine, false nine,
mm,
as a 10.
yeah,
I'll take it.
yeah, done.
You get what I'm saying? I will take. I'm
Yeah.
okay with that. With Liverpool, we are not the biggest losers in this situation. Isak coming to our team
Isak,
is
Isak is
just
the biggest
a
loser.
Isak is the biggest loser. Be honest.
Oh
Don't look
God,
at it anyway. Isak is the biggest loser in this
it's sad, sad man.
because look at this. If Liverpool go off the table and decide not to
Mm,
sign him,
mm,
they leave him
that would
there
be
with
bad.
a
That
bad
would be
relationship
bad.
with his club
That would be
that
bad,
is
man.
under
That's bad.
contract. He has
That's
come on
bad.
social media and said he doesn't want to
That's
play for
bad.
them again. That's bad.
That's bad. That's
So
bad.
should
Say Liverpool should piss off.
you
Okay,
piece of
should
Newcastle and beat for Gordon.
oh my God, no, no, we don't want this drama, please. The problem is when two elephants fight, it's the grass that suffers.
Yes, and in
Isak
this
is the grass,
situation,
and
he's going to
Isak is that
suffer.
grass.
He's going to suffer
Yeah,
because these clubs have nothing to lose. Okay, yeah,
yeah,
let's say Newcastle enter into this campaign. They don't do well in the UCL. They manage to finish like 6, 7 in the league. Yeah, okay. We did that without Isak. Next summer they will just sign someone. You're still under contract with us. Are still going to ask for the money we want. You get what I'm saying? At the end of the
yeah.
day,
That's the problem.
it's a tricky situation for him, right?
Yeah,
If it's not
no,
working,
no, he doesn't win.
I think he needs. I
Doesn't win
think
in
in
this.
order for him to win in this situation, his agent. I'll keep saying it again,
Yeah,
guys. I'll say it as many times as possible.
it's
Needs
his
to
agent
have.
that can help him.
They
Yeah,
need to have a sit down with the club. Stop
yeah.
all
You
this
can
social media fire, all this social media back
stop
and
it.
forth will not
I
help you
didn't
in
even
this
expect
situation.
that he'll release a statement. That's so. I don't
They're
know.
trying to
Like
force Newcastle's hand. They're trying to force their hand.
no, but it
But
doesn't work. It
have a
doesn't
sit,
work,
have a
right?
sit down. We do. You missed our
Oh, wait,
FPL. It's closed
oh,
now. Hussam, it's closed now. We we
we're
have we
giving
have like
500.
almost we're giving first prize is getting $500, second prize $250, and third prize $100 for our FPL. We have almost like
Yeah,
2,000 people in the FPL, but we've closed entries now. We've closed entries, so next time. But when he has a sit down with the club and they're able
yeah,
to mend the relationship with him and the club, look for a pathway forward.
yes. There
Let's
has
mend
to
this
be.
relationship. Is it reintegration?
Yeah,
Okay, how can we? Okay, maybe I reintegrate you. We figure out this whole bidding thing, or maybe
yeah,
okay, we understand what's happened. Okay, if Liverpool don't sell, reintegration is on the table, is on the cards. Then you
mm,
slowly reintegrate with the team. You get what I'm
mm,
saying? It doesn't matter what the fans will be pleased. The fans will, but you can appease fans with a series of goals, a series of games you win. You can appease fans. You can run to the crowd and
tactics. You
point
say,
at the badge.
I'm,
You can
I'm
run to
still
the crowd
here.
and point at the badge and say,
Still
"I'm still
here.
here."
You know,
The fans will
I'm
still
still
love
here.
you. Fans they'll still move on. They'll be pissed,
Oh my
but
God,
they'll
we
still
have
move
short
on.
memory. Fans have short
Fans are
memory.
sure as long as you perform and you do well, they'll still be
Remember
thinking you
that.
don't like the way you move,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
you get what I'm
yeah.
saying. That's the best way
Fans
forward.
have
That's
short
the best way
memory.
forward.
And at the end, one thought I had was if
Mhm.
he doesn't go to Liverpool, he'll probably end up in Real Madrid. That's where he will end up. Trust me. I've been thinking about it. Like, if he does not go to Liverpool this summer,
I don't
he will
trust
end
Real
up.
Madrid. They are
He
capable
will
of
end up in
anything.
Real Madrid. He would. He would. They sign Isak and they just get rid of Vinicius.
Yeah,
It's a win-win for
they can do that.
everybody.
Imagine Mbappe, Isak. Hey,
That's
that's
that's a
that's
lethal attack.
that's dangerous,
Wicked.
bro.
That's wicked. That's
That's
wicked.
no. That should not. That should be illegal. That should not be
It's
allowed.
illegal.
He said, if we get Isak, will you guys dance for us, Liverpool?
Ah.
He
It's
said,
only
I
the
don't think
Liverpool
we
fan
bother.
that
Fair enough, fair enough, fair enough, guys. If you've not done so, guys, please subscribe to our channel. We're on the way to 3K subscribers. You guys, please subscribe and like this video. Please, guys, subscribe. It's crazy. This whole situation is just a bit tricky. It's just sad with Isak, but it's
sad,
all
yeah.
good. What are your final thoughts? If you have any final thoughts?
I think final thoughts for me is
Mm-hmm.
every side needs to sit down and talk.
Mm-hmm.
Right? There's a contract on the table there's still a marriage. There's a marriage between Newcastle and Isak. Whether there's a third party, Liverpool trying to sneak in, right? That marriage is still there. They've
Yeah.
not done that contract, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I think two parties need to sit down and talk. There will be a way out where everybody does not win.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll sign a new contract with increased amount. Okay, Isak wins on that level, but Isak, you get to stay, even if it's 6 months to 1 year. He
Mm-hmm.
loses in that situation. Newcastle would lose in the sense that they need to pay him more, right? But they win in the sense that he would help them, right? And they'll probably lose in a situation where there will be a release clause in the contract.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what should happen. That's final thoughts from me.
I agree as well. I think the only way out for Isak in this situation, now he released a statement, the club also released their own statement, right? So
More.
you get how it is. Oh, we are surprised
Yeah.
that Isak will say
Was
something on social
surprised.
media,
Was
and they,
surprised.
and they release their own statements. You get what you
Oh,
can't. It's just like
yeah.
you can't fight. This is not a fight
You
that you would win.
you
At the end of the
win, yeah.
day, I feel like with this Isak situation, going off of what you've just said, he needs to really have a serious conversation with his agent first. After him and his agent have dialogue, he needs to have a
Yeah.
conversation. He sit down with the club and properly renegotiate terms. If it's a new contract situation he wants to accept, I know he's saying the relationship is over, is done. He's trying to force the move. Yes, but I would say even though you're trying to force this move, you still want to secure your future in a sense. Because
Mm,
if you cannot bank on Liverpool bringing 150 million pounds for you, because if Liverpool
mm,
you okay, yes, we're going to bring 150 million pounds for Isak. I guess you win in this situation, kind of, because they really want you.
true. Yeah.
We don't know from Liverpool side what they've told him, because there
Yeah.
were reports that there was some sort of personal agreement with him and Liverpool already. We don't know what that
Yeah.
agreement is on the cards. Maybe there's a promise from Liverpool, like we will get you no
Mm,
matter what, right? We don't know that.
mm,
But let's say that's not happening. Hypothetically speaking, let's say that's not happening. I think
mm,
have a sit down with the club. It's
mm,
somewhat, with the whole Mbappe situation, I reference that as an example. Mbappe had this kind of friction. He had to sit down with the club. They were able to smoothen
mm.
things out. Sit down with the club,
Yeah.
smoothing things out on what you want to do moving forward. Is there a pathway for integration? Is there a pathway
Mm,
for making a decent sale? Do we want to remove some bonus from the table for us to make this sale? You have to sacrifice something, like you're saying. What are you willing to sacrifice? And if it's what's the sacrifice, then sacrifice it. If it's one more
yeah.
season at Newcastle, just do it.
Yeah.
Do the
Yeah.
one more season, leave. If it's
Yeah.
you have to wait to the end of the deadline before they get you, then wait to the end of the deadline. But be clear with your agent on what the pathway is forward. If not, you end up the biggest loser in this whole situation. I'm serious.
Yeah.
You end up biggest loser. At the end of the day, Isak only scored 23 goals. They can replace that. He's not a 35 goal striker like Haaland.
True.
This is what FIFA 26 should be about. to be honest, if Haaland wanted to leave Man City will not treat Haaland this way. Let's be honest.
No.
They
No.
will
No. They
let him
won't.
go.
No.
They will let him
Yeah.
go.
Let me go.
But anyways, I
Yeah.
appreciate you guys for joining live. A lot of people joined the live. I can't call every single person's name. I appreciate you guys. We're live every single day, 6 p.m. CST. Don't forget, guys, we're on our way to 3K subscribers. Please, guys,
Yeah.
subscribe before you leave our channel and watch something else. Like the video, share the video. It's crazy that Isak, Newcastle, Liverpool have all this drama. But tomorrow we'll come back again. We'll talk more details about some of the games that have happened, La Liga and across other leagues and competitions. We appreciate you guys. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.
Ciao.